Ladies and gentlemen, again, good evening and welcome to Gachie Skyman TV, the tallest man in Black Africa. It is still a sad day for our country because many people have been injured during the demonstrations. We have seen what is said to be lethal tear gas by our policemen, and the policemen were unleashing this to innocent and unarmed Kenyans, unarmed youth. The only thing that they were carrying, a handkerchief, the Kenyan flag, a mobile phone, and a water bottle. We have seen Nairobi-Mombasa roads completely blocked. We have seen demonstrations all over the country, from Kericho to Nyeri to Nairobi, all over the country, including Kisii. There were still demonstrations. This is the second wave of the demonstrations. And this one is telling you that the Gen Z and Kenyans in general are not about to give in. This is to tell us that we should prepare for a wrong haul. This is to tell us that we are going to witness this for some days to come, many more days to come. It is not something that is going to end tomorrow. It is not something that will end next week. If what we are seeing is anything to go by. In this video, ladies and gentlemen, I want us to look at the reason why Gen Z is not giving in. They are not giving up. They are not ready to give up. No matter the injuries, no matter the amount of tear gas canisters, live bullets, whatnot, they are still continuing with the demonstrations. Number one, why they are not giving up is because of the so many deaths that have occurred as a result of these demonstrations. Is because of the abductions that we saw with the policemen, including latest last week, in fact even this week, and the police brutality. So all this is making the Gen Z very, very angry. It is increasing the rage. And that is why they are not giving up. That is why they are not ready to continue the status quo. That is why they are saying Ruto must go. The second thing is that there are so many young people who were arrested by the policemen and they're in custody. Whether lawful or unlawful is the fact that they were arrested. And if you listen to this Gen Z, wherever they speak, you can see the anger. You can see the demand. They are telling William Samoei Ruto that these people must be released. So as long as William Samoei Ruto continue to keep these people in custody, as long as they continue to be abducted, I can tell you, I can assure William Samoei Ruto that Gen Z is going to continue. Third thing that is making this Gen Z very bold and not ready to give up is the housing levy, among other levies. William Samoei Ruto introduced housing levy, including also the health insurance levy that was declared unconstitutional by our courts. And this one was forced down the throats of Kenyans. this one is something that Kenyans do not want. And there's a feeling among Kenyans that this one looks like a personal project. William Samoei Ruto seems to have a lot of interest with the housing, the affordable housing project. Anytime he talks about it, Kenyans feel very bad. Anytime he talks about it, Kenyans feel that this is not their project. It is something that was forced down their throats. Something else is the doublespeak that you're witnessing from the government of William Samoei Ruto. William Samoei Ruto the other day told Kenyans that state officers should not be allowed to conduct harambes or to participate in harambes. And by the way, that is even in the ethics and anti-corruption, whatever. It is within our laws. Then, just a few days after saying that, we saw him in Nyahururu. Is it Nyahururu or Kalau? Promising the people of Nyandarua in a certain church that was going to complete the church. He was going to write a check. He told the pastor also Gachagua to liars, and then he be told how much money is needed. That is the president who is saying this. So this idea of doublespeak, Kenyans want to see somebody who is consistent. Kenyans want to see a leader who is consistent. Not saying this today, tomorrow is saying a different thing. So this one is fueling the anger. Then, there is the issue of mysterious loans. And Jimmy Wanjigi has been actually informing Kenyans about our debts. Kenyans believe what Jimmy Wanjigi is saying is true. And if you have any question, you can ask Jimmy Wanjigi. Because Jimmy Wanjigi is clearly showing that some of the loans that we are paying did not benefit us. Some of the loans that were taken by this government and even the previous administration ended up in the leader's pocket. So how are you telling people? Imagine, like, you go and take a loan, you say to the way you want, and then you start telling your friends to pay the money that never benefited them. This is anger that is sweeping across Kenyans. There is also the pain of betrayal. Kenyans were betrayed by their MPs. Today, the honorable members of parliament are referred to as MPs. And from all angles, a pig eats anything. Very dirty. See, snoring. And this is the kind of animal that Kenyans relate to their leaders. So this is because they are very, very angry with him. So when you look at our members of parliament, especially after betraying Kenyans and voting for the finance bill against the wishes of Kenyans, against the wishes of the people, the anger has continued to burn. There is also the new higher education funding model, whereby students are given money, but by the end of the day, they get very little. It is discriminatory. Some of them get very little. And by the end of the day, they'll end up paying a lot of money in terms of loan when it comes now to clearing the loans after they are done with their colleges. Education is supposed to be free, all the way to the university. 60 years down the line, in fact 61 years, since we obtained independence, and we have not been able to provide free education. Education should be free all the way from nursery school to the university. And that is why you see people are very angry. We lost Vision 2030. Nobody talks about Vision 2030 today. Kibaki showed the way. Others were supposed to follow. William Samoei Ruto does not even mention Vision 2030. He doesn't. We have lost the blueprint. And that is why you see the anger that is sweeping across Kenyans, because Kenyans know that William Samoei Ruto does not have a plan. There is also the high cost of living, and the high cost of goods and services. And anytime Kenyans talk about the high cost of living, William Samoei Ruto responds by telling them about the price of uga. So that the fact that this government is measuring development in terms of the price of uga is wrong in my view. It should not happen. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what you think, but we are now in the second wave of the demonstrations, and we should brace ourselves for whatever is going to happen, because William Samoei Ruto has failed to manage these demonstrations. By unleashing policemen, it is not helping anything. It is only fueling the anger. It is only increasing the anger against this government. I don't know what you think, but from where I sit, the government has lost it. William Samoei Ruto is fast running out of options. Have a blessed day. Please like this video. Blessed evening for those who are in Africa and East Africa in general. Those who are in UK. Najua ndio mnaamka. Najua UK, mtoi ni jioni hivi. Nafikiri ni mwendo wa saa moja hivi. North America mahali kwingi ni asubuhi. Wengi mmeamka tu. So tuonane next time. Adios.